Zachary, Quinto, Chris Pine, thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for having us.
The film is a lot about playing by the rules, a big theme. Spock is hamstrung by his sort of devotion to logic, and Kirk really relies on his gut instinct. How important do you think this sort of binary is to the story?
I think it's really the essence of this duo, which is so well-known and celebrated even far before we ever played the characters. So I think this movie does a really good job of carrying that torch and exploring that dynamic between them. So it was great fun to play. I hope it's as satisfying to watch.
Did you guys work at all with Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner when you were developing your characters? And how important did you feel it was to nod towards the original sort of portrayals?
I didn't at all, but I did watch everything that Mr. Shatner, Bill, had done. I was really excited because I don't think there's any way I would have felt comfortable doing this in the first place if JJ had told me that my job was to kind of recreate what Bill had done, because there's no point and no one can replicate that. But that being said, even with recreating this character, it is really fun because Bill is so good, and what he did with Kirk is so iconic and indelible. It was fun to find those moments to kind of give the nod toward him.
Hold on, wee man, you're talking about an active volcano, sir. If that thing erupts, I can't guarantee we can withstand the heat.
I don't know that we can maintain that kind of altitude.
Our shuttle was concealed by the ash cloud, but the Enterprise is too large. If utilized in a rescue effort, it would be revealed to the indigenous species.
Spock, nobody knows the rules better than you, but there has got to be an exception.
None. Such action violates the Prime Directive.
Shut up, Spock. We're trying to save you, damn it.
Doctor, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Spock, we're talking about your life!
I had a little bit of a different experience just because Leonard was in the first movie, so he and I had an opportunity to work closely together, and what I was more interested in that came out of that time was our friendship. And it's through getting to know him as a person that I really began to understand more the influence that Spock has had on him as much as the influence that he has had on Spock. So he's an endlessly fascinating man to me, and I have profound respect and deep love for him. So I feel grateful among all the other treasures and rewards that I've had coming out of this experience. My friendship with him and Chris and the rest of the cast is certainly primary among them.
There've been so many secrets that you've had to keep. Have you found, like, in the time since you've been shooting this film, that you've been pumped by friends, by strangers for exactly what the final film is going to contain? Is there a relief now?
There's a kind of relief, although, you know, I think that it all really comes down to JJ's desire to keep the mystery, and it's something that makes him a special storyteller and a unique and profound director, is that he really does genuinely cherish the art of storytelling. And in a day and age where our whole culture is, you know, diabolically obsessed with knowing everything the minute it happens or before it happens, it diminishes the experience if you spill the beans. So it's pretty easy to sidestep it and just say, you know, I'm thrilled that it's finally here and that people will get to watch it and have the experience for themselves, but I'm not really interested in diminishing it or ruining it for them.
Star Trek fans are an extremely sort of devoted following. Have you had any stories about when really crazy fans or crazy interviewers have approached you? You know, have they been on the trail? Have you had some strange experiences with the Star Trek following?
Scott
Mantz, yeah.
Scott Mantz from Access Hollywood in the States. I'll never forget that first interview that we had with him.
For the most part, quite honestly, you would expect that I wish I could tell you some outlandish, crazy stories, but there really haven't been. It's been quite, really normal.
Respectful and restrained, and
yeah.
I feel like a lot of support from the diehard fans and encouragement and anticipation for what this movie is. So thrilled to share it with them and hope that they respond to this one the way they did the first.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, next time in Los Angeles, I'm sure I'll dress up and hide in your garage or something to really like perk up the Star Trek experience for you.
Leave out the milk and cookies.
Surprise, yeah, exactly. Zachary, Quinto, Chris Pine, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.